Welcome back to Ask Amy. I have a question from Gregory. Gregory says, I came across your content and the 3 principles last fall after years of trying various psychological and spiritual approaches for issues such as social anxiety, OCD, chronic pain, and depression. The idea of doing nothing about my issues was highly appealing to me as I had become so sick of trying to fix myself with limited success. I had what I thought was an insight experience around that time when a thought popped into my head, what if I'm actually okay? It felt like the whole world opened up and my self-imposed limitations disappeared. For the rest of the day, I even felt a buzz from this thought. But the next day I was depressed again, but I still sensed a spaciousness between me and the feelings. That lasted about a week until I became lost in my negative thoughts again. Since then, I've been stuck in a frustrating back and forth pattern. I'll try do nothing, which to me means putting away all of my spiritual self-help books and just living life as a healthy person. This only lasts about a week before painful emotions rise up and I end up in a state of near paralysis. At these times, I don't know what else to do but dive deeper into this content in the hope that I can will help me navigate these periods of emotional distress. Yet I also recognize that the very act of seeking help might just be perpetuating a subconscious belief that I'm broken and need fixing. Even writing this email could be part of the problem. All of this overthinking has culminated in an overall sense of apathy, making it very hard for me to move forward in life. I'm not sure what my question is, but if you have any thoughts, I'd be happy to listen. So thanks for sending this, Gregory, and I think it's great that you can articulate it this way and kind of see what, how this arc has kind of been. So a few things jump out right away. You had this insight, what if I'm actually okay? Which was awesome. And then you say, since then, but the next day after this insight, you were feeling depressed again. And something kind of stayed a little bit open in your words, but there were feelings that came in. And then you say, since then, I've been stuck in a frustrating back and forth pattern. I'll try to do nothing, which means to you, put everything away, don't read, don't study, don't do all that stuff, and live your life as a healthy person, which lasts for about a week, and then some big emotions come back in. So that's the crux of this right there. A few things. Notice that how you're defining doing nothing, like, to me, that I don't like, it's not about not reading and not listening to things. It may look like that. It also may not look like that. I don't typically say do nothing. I know a lot of people do, but the point in do nothing is not to literally do nothing. And it's not to what I kind of hear in what you're saying. You check this and see. But what I hear in what you're saying is you say, I'm going to put all that stuff away and I'm just going to live life as a healthy person, which sounds a little bit like you're kind of convincing yourself, or you're like, it's fine, I don't need that, I'm not going to look at that, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I'm just going to live like I am. But it kind of has that feel. So again, you see, because I don't know for sure, but kind of has that kind of feel to it, almost like you're telling yourself, I'm not reading anything because I'm a healthy person and I'm just going to go through life and live this way. And then, as you say, that happens for maybe a week or so, and then some big emotion comes in. Well, that sounds totally, absolutely normal and healthy to me. Meaning the fact that, you go some time and then some big emotions show up, that's not a problem. And I don't think that's ever going to stop happening. That is normal, and that is healthy. That is actually healthy. These big emotions that come out, it's okay. It's okay to feel what your mind is calling a little depressed or down or anxious. Those are not unhealthy. What's unhealthy is our innocent kind of clinging to that and resisting it and pushing away, and then reading a bunch of stuff and thinking, I need to make this stop. I need to make it go away. So see if you can sense that difference. This is the real big point in this. Emotion, any emotion, it's going to move. It's going to come and go. Even if it feels like it's way up here and it stays way up here, that is okay. That is life showing up as life shows up. It will move. It is motion. It's always moving. It's not stable. Nothing is. But we get these ideas that it's wrong and it's bad and it's too big and it's too long, staying around too long. And that's when all the sometimes obsessive reading and seeking and all of that comes in to try to make experience different. That's when it kind of goes off the rails. Now, that's not a problem either, really, but it's not comfortable. Like that's where it just, we can start to like kind of feel like we're not in a good place. So, doing nothing, the do nothing thing, it doesn't mean you don't read and watch videos. You may or you may not. It may look like that. It may not look like that. The point when people talk about there's nothing you have to do is that emotion comes and goes. Experience comes and goes. Thought comes and goes. And there's nothing we're going to do that's going to make it come and go any better or faster because it's already just doing what it's doing. So what happens as we see that more is we just start to relax in what is. That's what is kind of missing, it sounds like, for you right now, is there's not a whole lot of relaxing in what is. There's a period of time where you're like, no reading, no, which has a little bit of like, no, don't do that. I'm a healthy person. And then you get hit with some feeling and then it feels like it's horrible and you're not relaxing into that either. There's probably some resistance and suffering. That's kind of the issue. So I hope that makes some sense. You are living as a healthy person when you feel stuff. Like feeling is healthy. Feeling is normal. It's just the way of it. And again, you don't have to actually do nothing. If it feels good to you to put the books and videos away, awesome. Take a break. If it doesn't, fine. But it's more about where you're coming from with that. This is wrong. This is bad. This shouldn't be happening. Let me do all this stuff to chase it away. That's what we want to see through. That's really the thing. That's not true. The feelings are going to go away on their own anyway. The thoughts are going to go away on their own anyway. The frantic chasing them away does usually make it feel a lot worse. It's still going to go away. You can't hold on to anything if you want to. So it's still going to change, but it can feel a lot worse when we're doing that. So just see if you can relax into all of this. Relax into the waves. You don't have to pretend to be a healthy person and then go through those big ups and downs. Like, let emotion do what emotion wants to do. It already is anyway. Honestly, it's okay. It's really okay. And I would just look toward a sense of like being able to relax in that, because that's really what's being pointed to when we say, hey, you're healthy by nature and it's all moving, so you don't have to do so much. Doesn't mean you're not going to get stuff. You're going to get experience, but as we just move through experience, we also see that it's fine. It's natural. It's just life doing what life's doing. So I hope that's helpful. Please let me know. Let me know what you hear in this, and I'm happy to support you in some other ways. You can reach out privately about some other options I have, because I know you mentioned something about it in your question that I didn't read. So thanks for sending your question, Gregory. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.